Biafra, superstars, media.
My people, my Biafra people, now how una day? How una day today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice, today I want to say a happy new year to you all. It's a brand new year, 2024. For me, I have been praying in the private and I prayed in the public as well on the 1st of January 2024. My people, how una day? I hope everything is fine with una. This new year, 2024, we shall take it with a stride. We are saying this year will be our year. This year is the year that everything we said will come to pass. My people, I beg, make we watch this one. You know, sometimes our elders, those we call the elders, they still, I don't know, they still believe that talking to the Fulani cabal will create any outcome, will create a positive outcome. What you're about to watch now is some statesmen, some elder statesmen. They are crying, they are coming out, they are being civil with the Fulani cabal. They're explaining to them that they don't believe that Nigeria is an Islamic state. So whatever the outcome that was reached by the Islamic countries of the OIC, there is no need for the Fulani cabal to be forcing the zoo government, the federal government of Nigeria, the presidency of Nigeria to adopt it when it comes to Hamas. In this video, I just choose to analyze this video so that you will see for yourself how talking cannot solve the problem. Nigeria, as we speak now, is an Islamic state. That zoo called Nigeria, as we speak now, is an Islamic state. Don't forget that the Foreign Secretary of Britain, in November, he called Nigeria one of the Islamic countries that came together under one accord to come up with this agreement that this man is holding in his hands now. This man is being reactionary. He's not being proactive because he's supposed to know, say, anything you are talking with just talking and you are carrying the flag, you are wasting your time. You are carrying the Nigerian flag to prove a point. You are wasting your time. My people, make we hear this people, the way that they cry, they beg the zoo government, the Fulani cabal government, to please not adopt what the Islamic State they agreed in their OIC agreement, where they said they support Hamas and Nigeria must also support Hamas because Nigeria is an Islamic state. Nigeria is an Islamic state. Whichever way the Islamic countries go under OIC, the same way they want Nigeria to go. I tell you that before, say Nigeria is now an Islamic state. Make una hear this one. Make we watch this one. Then I go come back, give them the ultimate analysis. Make una hear.
In Ojota, Lagos State, on 21st October 2023, by Professor Isa Maishanu of the Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto State.
Hold on again.
On 21st October.
On the 21st of October 2023, that was when this declaration was reached for the Islamic countries. Suddenly, the Fulani cabal, they are asking the zoo government to accept that declaration. That's what this man is trying to say now. Say, a declaration was reached on the 23rd of October 2023. And suddenly, that declaration was on behalf of the Islamic countries. The Islamic countries, so. And suddenly now, the Fulani cabal, they have imposed it on Tinubu. We told you Nigeria is an Islamic country, that he must adopt the agreement when they reach. Agreement, you. Listen, let's continue.
2023 by Professor Isa Maishanu of the Usman Danfodio University. So
of the Usman Danfodio University of Sokoto. Again, Usman Danfodio is coming up. When we'll tell you about Usman Danfodio, some of you thought we were just saying it. Suddenly, they are making this proclamation from Usman Danfodio University in Sokoto. When we told you that what is happening right now in Plateau State, in Middle Belt, to Benue, everywhere, even Southern Kaduna, and every nooks and cranny in the Middle Belt, what is happening now is to make sure, say, the vision of Usman Danfodio is actualized in that zoo called Nigeria. And their number one vision is to dip the Quran into the river Niger, to turn Nigeria into an Islamic state. And slowly before your eyes, they are doing it. Before your eyes, they are doing it. They have joined the Islamic country, and Britain, the foreign secretary of Britain, oh my God, Lord David Cameron. You call him David Cameron, but you did not know that his new title is Lord. You all call him David Cameron. You knew him as the prime minister then. Unknown to you, say they have given him a new title. His name now is Lord David Cameron, who is the foreign secretary. This same man was the man that declared that Nigeria is now an Islamic country. Oh my God, have mercy. He had a meeting with all the Islamic countries, including Nigeria and the rest of them. He said that, he made that statement in England. Lord David Cameron, the same way Lord Lugard made his own statement in 1914 in the amalgamation. Suddenly, Lord David Cameron was the one that propagated this rubbish you are seeing now. And our elders, they are carrying flag. They are talking with the microphone. They are being gentle. Make we continue now. They are being gentle. Make we hear them out.
The declaration was essentially a resolution of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, adopted at a meeting held in Saudi Arabia on the same day, 21st October 2023.
Okay.
As observed from the video, Professor Maishanu was reading from his cell phone, suggesting that the document had been received over the internet.
Boom! As observed from the video, this man is learned. He watched the way that man was speaking. He observed that man was using his cell phone to speak on the declaration. As observed from the video, it was clear he was using his cell phone to read out those statements, which means he got it from the internet. Oga, I want to explain to you. For the fact that he was reading from his cell phone meant it was a script emailed to him, not from the internet. It was emailed to him. They are going with one voice, under one accord, and under one command of Usman Danfodio. Saudi Arabia knows about Usman. Usman Danfodio was an Arabic man. He's Arab. So when you see Saudi Arabia playing the game here, when you see Turkey having an influence here, you should understand what is happening. This gentleman talk you are talking, hey, Oga, we don't pass them, but let's continue. All this gentleman talk, we don't pass them, but let's continue.
While we agree that Professor Maishanu and the various groups he represented have a freedom of expression, we urge caution in the exercise of that freedom, especially ensuring that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is not breached. It amounts to a violation of the Constitution for any individual or groups of individuals to seek to draw Nigeria into an international conflict based on religious affiliations. That the resolution read by Professor Maishanu at Freedom Park was from the OIC should have cautioned the respected professor from calling on the federal government to take sides with one party in a conflict that has assumed an evident religious posture.
Okay.
It is in the open that Arab nations generally support Hamas,
Okay.
based clearly on religious affiliations.
Boom! Now you are speaking. It is in the open. Oh my God, have mercy. Just last year, how many days ago? Just last year, I said how our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, prayed in the private. He prayed in the private, asking God for something. Then later, he came in the public. He came in the open and told you that, Papa, I need 100 men. Now, this man is confirming that this thing was said in the open. But what this man does not understand is they had this discussion and agreement signed and sealed in the private first. They had a private meeting. They agreed Nigeria is now an Islamic state. So whatever the Islamic country they agree under one block, they will now come in the open to say it. Okay, if you have done your research as you claim, you will notice that all the Islamic countries on that same day, they all declared the same statements. They all read everything verbatim, word for word. That's to tell you that what they agreed in the private, they came in the open. Oh my God, have mercy. Can you see what I'm saying? This is how you apply your Bible and wisdom. The cabal, you say they don't get, they know they go school. Fulani man, no, they don't go to school. They drink the piece of cow. You claim they drink the urine of cow. They are illiterates. You say that, but see the way they are applying principles through the guidance of Saudi Arabia and OIC. God have mercy. When will our people understand what is happening? They are here carrying the constitution, a dead book created for you by the military. Your constitution was given to you by the military. Oh my God. My God, have mercy. He is here carrying a flag and a constitution. Abdul Salami Abubakar is the one that gave you that constitution that you are carrying. The people were not responsible for that thing. That green book you are carrying. That dead book. I call it a dead book. And you are carrying a flag. Let's continue.
Which is why the OIC met on the issue and produced their resolution. We are compelled to state that based on Section 10 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which states that, and I quote, the government of the federation or of a state shall not adopt any religion as state religion. The resolution of the OIC is not binding on Nigeria.
Oh God, with all due respect, it is binding. Oh my God, keep on quoting Section 10 of your dead book you call Constitution. The resolution of OIC is binding on your zoo because we keep on telling you, but you elders don't get it. This under gentleman talking will not go anywhere. The cabal, they are stubborn. They need stubborn men like Simon Ekpa. They need crazy men like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they need strong men like Chief Sunday Igboho to speak to them. All this talk, gentleman talking. Sir, Section 10 says Nigeria will abide with no religion. And now, with your so-called agreement from OIC, you are trying to bind Nigeria to become an Islam. Oh, God, you are wasting your time. With all due respect. You are wasting your time. If you believe that the Fulani cabal that runs Nigeria, that owns Nigeria, that were told by Britain that they were born to rule, if you think they believe in that your constitution, then you are wasting your time. Your constitution is as worthless as a tissue paper. tissue paper you use to clean your bum bum. Your constitution is as worthless as a toilet paper. Tell me the last time they followed the constitution. Was it in your election? Or in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Constitution my foot. See the way he's showing the constitution, carrying the flag as a gentleman. Let's continue.
On its people or on its government. Nigeria is not a theocratic state, and no attempt should be made to create that impression. According to our laws, religion is personal. Section 38, paragraph 1 of the 1999 Constitution as amended guarantees the freedom of religious convictions for its citizens. We are surprised that the group represented by the professor who traveled all the way from Sokoto to Lagos for the purpose of the declaration expresses horror at the genocide taking place in faraway Palestine, yet has been curiously silent all these years at the greater horror of a genocide being perpetrated by insurgents against Nigerians.
Now you get it. Now you are slowly getting it. My people, this man just said they were in deep shock that this man that came all the way from Sokoto to Lagos to make a declaration. First of all, why did he come from Sokoto to Lagos? Usman and Fodio, don't forget. Yorubas, we are telling you, you keep on slowing down and believing because some of you are Muslims, you believe everything will be fine. To the Yorubas, the final point will be that lagoon for Lagos. That lagoon when they Lagos, then go deep the Quran there. He left Sokoto to Lagos to declare, to make that declaration, my people. And now, this man here is wondering how come he was showing empathy to people of Palestine that are far away, that are thousands of miles away from Nigeria, that zoo called Nigeria. But he has been silent to those being killed within his so-called country called Nigeria. He's been silent to what's happening in the Middle Belt, even in Southern Kaduna there. He's been silent. Look at Plateau, the killing, they've been silent. But Palestine, something far away, they are crying about it, saying Nigeria must not have any discussion, any business to do with Israel. That's to show you, that's how you test to know that the Fulani cabal, they are now running Nigeria as an Islamic state. Tinubu was not stupid when he came with a Muslim ticket. He was commanded, say, if you want to get this thing, because going forward, this is our blueprint, a Muslim ticket. And he did it. Because from what we are hearing, from the cable we are hearing that in Festac 77, in the festival they did in 1977 in Lagos, Festac 77, a young boy called Tinubu came from, is it Guinea, Gambia? A young boy called Tinubu, not even his real name, he came from Gambia, Guinea. They came to Festac 77. With the hear Kebu say, all these people that you are seeing, they are ruling you now. Some of them came to Lagos or to that zoo called Nigeria during Festac 77 and they did not go back. They came for the festival, but they didn't go back. Festival for Art and Culture, Festac 77, I believe. The Festival for Art and Culture. A young boy who now goes by the name Tinubu came for that event and did not go back home. The cable when they hear me say a Guinea boy called Tinubu. So Yorubas, if you keep on thinking, oh, he's our son of the soil, I beg to differ. Because before your eyes, under his watch, Nigeria is now an Islamic state. Nigeria is now being confirmed to be an Islamic country. You call the Fulani cabal stupid. You say they are foolish. You say they sleep with their cow. They drink the urine of the cow. But they are playing you all. Look at this man speaking. He is a perfect gentleman. Oga, to deal with the Fulani cabal, you don't have to be a gentleman. A gentleman no day. A gentleman no day, oh. Gentleman no day, oh. A gentleman no day, oh, Baba. A gentleman no day, oh, 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 gentleman no day, oh, a gentleman no day, oh, a gentleman no day, oh, mama, a gentleman no day, oh, I don't be gentleman. Even fella told you, me I no be gentleman at all, I no be gentleman at all, you. He told you that. I don't know where you guys got this behavior of being a gentleman in the storm. You see the war coming, you are being gentle. You are carrying your so-called constitution and a green flag. You carry green flag. You forgot what, and people like you are the ones that told the youths, carry the green flag. The police will not kill you. The army will not shoot you. You saw what happened in Lekki during the NSAS. The youths, because they believe in people like you, they were carrying the flag, believing the Zoo military will not kill them. Unknown to them that the military now that you have in the west and in the east, most of them, they are Boko Haram. And Boko Haram don't believe in your flag. If you like, fly the flag from here to heaven. When they come to you, they will shoot you. Even though the youths, they were carrying the flag high. They say, raise the flag high. They will not shoot us. Morale high. Raise the flag, raise the Nigerian flag. They rose the flag and they were still shot. They were gunned down like a stray dog. So, Oga, you carrying this, your so-called constitution and carrying a flag, you're just wasting your time. You are wasting your time because the cabal don't have time for such. Their mission is to take over that zoo called Nigeria. Their only stumbling block has been the job that Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been doing. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those people that have ears, let them hear. Let's continue.
In states such as Borno, Adamawa, Benue, Taraba, Plateau, and Kaduna, against the Hausa people and other minorities.
Let's take it
Thousands
back. Take it back.
That the group represented by the professor who traveled all the way from Sokoto to Lagos for the purpose of the declaration expresses horror at the genocide taking place in faraway Palestine. Yet has been curiously silent all these years at the greater horror of a genocide being perpetrated by insurgents against Nigerians in states such as Borno, Adamawa, Benue, Taraba, Plateau, and Kaduna against the Hausa people and other minorities.
You see how this man also, technically, he did not even mention Southeast. That's the bias there. He mentioned places where there's a genocide. He does not see the killings in the Southeast as a genocide. He doesn't see it. Operation Python Dance and the rest of them. He doesn't see it. Biafrans, make una open na eyes. Make una open una ear the listing. I keep telling you, to the zoo, to those who believe in Nigeria, if what is happening in Plateau State is happening in Biafra land, your zoo media will not speak about it. I swear to God, that man. Your Arise News or CNN or what they call it again, NTA News or they will not speak about it. Channels will not speak about it. Even your media, they will not speak about it. You see this man now, he mentioned places of genocide. There was no mention of the Biafran land or the Biafran territory or states within the Biafran territory. You see me, I have the memory of an elephant, and I am a critical analyst. I dey analyze. Even though I'm talking this with fun, I dey analyze. I have the eyes of an eagle. I just heard this man. He mentioned some other states. He didn't mention any state in the land of the Igbo side of Biafra. Let's continue.
Thousands upon thousands of those people have been murdered by bandits. Yet, there has not been one protest from Professor Maishanu's group.
Okay.
Charity, they say, begins at home. How come the charity of this group is starting in Palestine?
Okay.
Are Palestinian lives more precious than Nigerian lives?
Okay.
We wish to alert southern Nigeria, particularly the Yoruba people of the southwest, to beware of religious irredentists sneaking into the region to ferment their intolerance. The Yoruba people will usually say that they do not adopt religion with insanity. The mishandling of religion in certain parts of Nigeria, which has had disastrous consequences.
Hold on, sir. Let me. I just want to speak to my Yoruba people because you see, I keep saying this. I have done my research. 55% of Yorubas right now are Muslims. The remaining 45% that are Christians, 20% out of them were Muslim converts. Afonja did some numbers on the Yoruba side. Afonja, what he did, created some numbers. So many converts during that time. Till now. Kwara State is no longer a Yoruba state, technically. You all know Kwara. When I was young, my Yoruba friends, the Kwara guys, now go to Kwara, you'll be shocked. Kogi State. Okene, my friend, his name, Okene back then in high school or primary school then. Okene, if you go there now, Kogi State is no longer a Yoruba state. So what this man is saying, Oga, I get it, but I can assure you that Biafrans, we are the only ones slowing the Fulani down right now, because if they can, God forbid bad thing, if they had conquered Biafra and now come towards the land of the Yoruba, I swear to God and man, the Muslims in Yoruba land, for the first time you will see Muslims from Yoruba side attacking their fellow Yoruba people. They will form a formation and support the Fulani side. They will say Islam is number one. So to my Yorubas, I keep on making you keep your eyes on the ball. Biafrans are not your problems. Even the Igbos doing business in Lagos State, they are not your problems. They did not steal your land with AK-47. They were doing business. They made profit, abnormal profits. I keep saying it. Anybody who is doing business compared to somebody who is doing 9 to 5 job, the person doing business 9 out of 10 times will make more profit or be richer than the person doing 9 to 5. I keep saying it. If you are into business, you are bound to make abnormal profit. You are bound to you are bound to maximize your profit. As in economics, my economics brothers, what did they say about maximizing your profit? You maximize your profit at that point where marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue and marginal cost is rising. My people, I go school now. I go school. I don't school for Obodo Yibo. I school for that zoo. I school for Obodo Yibo. I wash away all the education I got from that zoo, because what they were teaching you were backward stuff, kindergarten kind of knowledge. 9 out of 10 times, a man who is doing business will have more money, will have more wealth, will have more resource than a person who is doing 9 to 5 job. That's a fact. Let's face it, the owner of Apple, for example, is a multi-billionaire. The owner of Tesla, the guy who owns Facebook, is a multi-billionaire. But you doing your 9 to 5, you wake up 7 a.m., you go to work, you are sweating in your Moluwe, you jump from Moluwe to Moluwe, then you come back home, there is no light, NEPA don't take light, no water, no food, you are hungry, you sleep as a hungry man, you wake up as an angry man, you beat your wife, you chastise your children, and you go back to your work as a confused, angry man. You are hoping on the government, the zoo government, to help you out. But the Biafra man who is doing business, he doesn't care about what your government is doing. All he cares about is the forex and import and exports. What's the cost of importing this goods from China? What's the cost of importing this goods from Singapore, from Taiwan, from Germany, from Belgium, from France, from Norway, stockfish from Norway? These are the things that a businessman is looking at. And in most cases, if the cost of importing those goods are expensive, the businessman will put what they call a markup price to make sure the threshold of their profit is still maintained. It means the buyers, the retailers, people who buy directly from that businessman, they will be the one to bear the cost. Now them go get the cost, the extra cost of importing. It will be passed on to the buyers. So the businessman will always make profit. So when you see the Biafrans in Lagos, they are buying lands, they are buying houses. Some of them, they will buy an old house, they will break it down and build a castle. When you see those things, don't be angry with them, because most of them, it is business that they know. Because that your zoo called Nigeria is not functional. So anybody that can escape the matrix of Nigeria is somebody who is into business. Which is why when you are into business in that zoo, you are bound to make profit. I repeat again, for all the scholars, for all the journalists in that zoo, let me tell you something you don't understand. The reason why you see, it looks like the Igbos, they are doing well in Lagos, in the north, is because when you are into business, you are dealing with demand and supply. And when you are dealing with demand and supply, you are looking for the equilibrium in terms of profit making. And to maximize your profits, you are looking at that point, the tangent point, where marginal cost curve is equals to marginal cost or marginal revenue. And the marginal cost curve is rising. I repeat, that point where marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue and the marginal cost is rising. The marginal cost, for example, Phoebe say this good so from China, I bought it for £100. Now the marginal revenue would be say I will sell these goods for £150. It means at the end I am making £50 as profit. But if I want to maximize my profit, oh my God, my Lord and my God, if I want to maximize my profits, I can tell that supplier from China, say, Oga, I have money to buy just 1,000 pieces of your spare parts. I have money to buy just 1,000 pieces of your spare parts. At the end, if you can give me 100,000 pieces of your spare parts, I assure you in 2 months' time, I will balance you all the money. I will deposit the money for 1,000 pieces. I will go to my bank and use my land or my house as a collateral for the other ones, just to assure you that I will not run away with your goods. Why am I even giving out the secret of the Biafran businessman? Now, when you keep that as a shorty, the company from China will now give you 100,000 worth of goods. You only have money for 1,000 pieces, but now they will give you 100,000 worth of that goods. And now your intention is to sell it off quickly. So even though before you were selling one, you were buying one for 100 and selling for 150, because now you have so many, you want to maximize your profit. So you will bring it to that point where marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue. You will now say, okay, I am already making too much of profit, but now I have so many items to sell. So let me bring my price down from 150 to 120, for example. They will now say sales 70% of the price has been reduced. A discount of 70% sales. People will now rush. Say, yesterday I bought these goods for 150. Today they are selling for 120. Amaka, come and buy you. Benga, come and buy you. Shade, Shegun, Shola, Michael, Ifeyiwa, people will now come and rush that product. I'm giving you the law of economics. So don't be angry with the Biafrans when they are doing well in your Lagos. We are bound to make it because we're into business. We know the science of business. The moment you can sell the 100,000 worth of those goods, you have put a price at $20 profit. When you multiply $20 by 100,000 goods, you and I know how much that man is making. Compared to when he was selling for 150, but he had money for just 1,000 goods. Now he has gone through an IOU. Oh my God, with that company, and they supplied him 100,000 worth of that goods. He brought the price down, and within 2 months, he sold everything. He made a markup price profit of $20. When you multiply $20 by the 100,000 goods, he has made an abnormal profit. He can now go to your landlord and say, Oga, this land, now how much you say you want to sell them? The man might say, this one, no, we want to sell them for 300 million. I say, okay, I'm giving you 300 million cash plus 10 million to tell you thank you. The man will sell it. When they sell it, he build a real estate. He build a shopping mall. Tomorrow now, the man that sold it will now be angry with himself. Say, yay, Mogbeo, why did I say this? Look, they have built something. People don't understand. You don't understand business. Now, look, what I told you now, it is not something you learn from school, because most of our traders, let's face it, they all have basic educations. It is the business science. They don't teach you in school. What they teach you in school is business studies, the studies of business. But the Biafrans and the Jews, there is something called business science, the science of business. Now, only two people are Sabiam, the people of Ishmael and Isaac. Now, only us Sabi business science, the black Jews, the Biafrans, and the Jews that live down there in the Middle East, the Israelites. That's why everywhere the Jews they go, they are good in business. Everywhere the Biafrans go, the Igbos go, we are good in business. It is the science of business given to us by God. So my people from Lagos State, my Yoruba brothers and sisters, there is no need hating on us. They break down the houses. Igbo man as so wayo. No, with all due respect, it is in us. What we are doing is in us. I took my time to break this thing down because this hatred, this enmity, I don't know where it's coming from. I have done my research. I have read books. I have checked the history, the annals of history. I have never seen where the Igbos and the Yorubas are fighting. There was no clash whatsoever in the history of that zoo called Nigeria. So I keep wondering, where is this hatred coming from? I keep wondering. But let's continue. Very, very sad. Sir, go on.
Should not be imported into Yoruba land or anywhere else in the country. We kindly implore Afenifere, the respected leadership group of the Yoruba people, and other community leaders in Nigeria to take note of what is going on. This issue should not be taken lightly. The group that organized the declaration has its roots in Sokoto. They did not stop in Kano to make the declaration. They bypassed Kaduna, went past the federal capital territory of Abuja before making a landfall in Lagos.
That's because Lagos will be their last bus stop. Lagos will be their last bus stop. When they conquer everywhere, Lagos will be their last bus stop. For those of you giving chieftaincy title to Fulani men in Lagos, you are making them the emirs in Lagos and all those things. Lagos will be their final destination. They have a 10-year plan that has been going on for a long time. From the day Nnamdi Kanu told you they are coming, they came. Nnamdi Kanu is the one that slowed them down, so they are angry. Malafia, or that man's name of blessed memory, he told you their plan. He told you what they would do in 2022, and they were doing it until that man was killed, and Nnamdi Kanu slowed them down. Unfortunately, those around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the DOS and our so-called politicians from the Southeast, they were the ones that betrayed their son unknowingly because they were being stupid and naive. They were scared of the Fulani cabal. They sold their son to the caliphate. They sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the caliphate because they were naive, they were stupid, they were blind. They were blind to the truth. They didn't know what they were doing. But we thank God we have a man who was born for this job, a man that Nnamdi Kanu told us to listen to. The man in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before all this charade was happening, Nnamdi Kanu told us to listen to Simon Ekpa because he knew they were going to kidnap him. So Nnamdi Kanu slowed them down. And thank God now that we have Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa now is giving them the water. He is facing them fire for fire, gun for gun, bullet for bullet, man for man, blood for blood, an eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, tat for tat, blow for blow, a life for a life. Okay? Carrying flag and constitution is not the way to go. If this route you are following, the cabal, they will crush you down. Okay? This your route, carrying the constitution. Oh, hey God. Hey! Let's continue, I beg. I'm tired of this rubbish.
To also strongly urge the federal government of Nigeria to promptly redefine its existing international and diplomatic alliances in line with their private religious position. Such declarations should be interrogated to expose their real intention. May we ask, what is being cooked for Nigerians? The Yorubas will rightly say that they do not mix religion with insanity. In Yoruba land, the constitution is upheld. The society is commendably free from religious intolerance. Many families and family extensions there have Christians, Muslims, and traditionalists. Should descendants of Oduduwa now begin to kill one another over religious differences? Should the Benis take up arms against the Igbos or the Biroms against the Sekiris? We wish to remind Nigerians that every effort must be made to douse the fire of religious extremism in the country. The horrors that Nigeria has witnessed since 2009, when insurgency started, should be eliminated rather than promoted. All religious irredentists bent on violating the Constitution should be called to order. The federal government should treat as an act of treason every violation of Section 10 and Section 38, Paragraph 1 of the Constitution. On the issue of the Israel-Hamas conflict, the government and the people of Nigeria are neutral. I say it again, on the issue of the Israel-Hamas conflict, the government and the people of Nigeria are neutral. That was clear in the message that the federal government sent to the global community and to the parties in the conflict. No section of Nigeria is more Nigerian than all the others. Nigerians are still watching very keenly. God bless Nigeria. Thank you. On 21st.
Oh my God, have mercy. Hey! Oh my God. My people, this is the problem. They say elders for wisdom, youths for war. Elders for wisdom, youths for war. Elders to give us wisdom, youths to fight the war. But look at what your elders are doing. Fulani Kabal, they are coming with their AK-47. This man is talking with mouth. They carry flag and constitution, a paper, a green paper called constitution. You want to fight the cabal with your constitution. Elders for wisdom, youths for war. Oh my God, have mercy. At this point, I really want to appreciate our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Simon, I saw this video in your Twitter page, your X page, and I got the coded assignment you gave me on this one. I said this an assignment. I must analyze it because my dragon has given me an assignment. And I had to analyze it because I knew when you placed it there, if you had time, I know you're a very busy man, if you had time, you would have shed more light on it. So it was my duty to make sure I step in and analyze it because sometimes, you know, the coded message is there. It was a coded message you gave me and I had to do it, my dragon. I appreciate everything you've been doing for us. We thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. We know in your hands Biafra is coming. In your hands Biafra is safe. And in your hands when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. My people, I say make una rejoice. Biafra is here. Biafra is here. Forget all these things. They say elders for wisdom, youths for war. If we were following the wisdom of these so-called elders, by now, all the whole regions would have been wiped out. By now, everybody will be bowing down, shouting, Allah Wakuba. By now. But we thank God that the youth said no. That this thing, on this time, let it be upon us. If we make a mistake, let it be upon us. For this time and this time only, we will not follow the elders. My brothers from the Yoruba side, we are telling you to wake up. There is a reason why that man went from Sokoto to Lagos to make a declaration. He went to Sokoto, from Sokoto to Lagos. Yoruba, my people, making a wake up. Respect to Koiki Media, a man I appreciate, a man I love because he is doing a great job for his leader, Chief Sunday Igboho. I say respect to Koiki Media. Well done, my brother. I see what you are doing. My PM notice you, and we appreciate the job you are doing, Koiki. Keep it up. Keep it up. You are definitely one of those that we hold on a very high esteem. We appreciate you, Koiki. Respect to Koiki Media. To the rest of them, we keep telling you guys, stop this game. Stop flirting with the devil. Stop playing this hide and seek with the devil. Do not think that the cabal, they are your friend. Remember the story of Afonja, how they promised him heaven and earth. They even gave him a Fulani woman, a light-skinned Fulani woman to marry. And he now believed them. He sold his people. At the end, even though he gave the cabal a lorry, they said, we still have to kill this man because we don't trust him. If he can sell his people that way, then we don't trust him. He was still killed by the caliphate. He was still killed by the caliphate. So I say to Bola Tinubu, watch out. Do not assume these people, they like you. Don't make that mistake to assume. You do that at your own peril. You have no problem with Nnamdi Kanu. You have no bone to pick with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I understand you are scared of the cabal. I understand that. But you have no bone to pick in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wash your hands off like Pontius Pilate did. Wash your hands off, Nnamdi Kanu. Wash your hands off and set him free. Grow some balls. Grow some fortitude. Wash your hands off the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and set him free. Because when the die is cast, had I known will come at last. When the die is cast, had I known will come at last. Make haze while the sun shines. Wash your hand off the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do not carry the problem of Buhari. I understand, you are scared of them. I understand that. I understand the games that is going on there. But I'm telling you, wash your hands off the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because when this thing starts, okay, in fact, from here, for now, I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye-bye.